All right, this is Jack Young and Alan Gilliard from the Civil Rights Division. These are videotapes that the state of Maryland took from me when they stole my property, my truck, and my computer. These are the tapes that I got. Evidence for a trial, evidence for a case, evidence for this case that they took. All right. This is material that the state of Maryland destroyed in the office of the clerk of Frank Conway. The same way that Keith Davis' trial is going on, they destroyed evidence in Keith Davis' trial, and they destroyed evidence in my case as well. The state of Maryland participated in fraud. And this is what it did, because like I said, I was doing a documentary about racism in the courts. And this is part of what I was doing. I was selling it, I was going to offer it to NEXFLIX. In February of 2011, I was going to California to sell this to NEXFLIX. I was giving it to TMZ.com. I was trying to make a series out of this, like The Wire. Except I can name politicians and I ain't got to change the names. It's all factual, nothing fictional. And I was hanging out dirty laundry. So you can just listen to this. Kick back in. Damn it.
Evidence. Do not destroy this evidence.
Do not destroy this evidence.
Your courthouse steps. Like a dog, I mark my territory.
That's what you locked me up for, that toilet right there. And that toilet was exposing the prison industry, mass incarceration. It was showing racism in your courts. It was exposing the racism in your courts. Right there, it clearly states, do not destroy. This is evidence. That toilet was evidence for a case in Baltimore City. It was evidence for a case in Baltimore City. It was for this case right here. And it was exposing the corruption in the court. It was showing your money. All right. This was notarized. That's the forged check from Bank of America. I was in jail in 2008. I was in jail. That's not my signature. And the state participated in the fraud. That was the evidence for this case right here. So I did what I did. So we started hanging out dirty laundry.
We're going to stop racism in America. We're
going to stop racism in America? I was hanging out dirty laundry, exposing your corruption.
You know what I'm saying? You can't keep putting stories in the newspapers that are lies. You know what I'm saying? Accusing minorities of crimes they don't commit. We got to stop burying our kids across America.
This was exposing the media and the role the media plays in misinformation.
I'm going to get it to the Sundance Film Festival in 2012.
And I was supposed to go to the Sundance Film Festival, but you took my shit. You took my shit. I put a toilet in front of the Board of Education. All right? I put it in front of the Board of Education. And Fern Shin from the Baltimore Brew did a newspaper article about it. And that toilet in front of the Towson Court, in front of the Board of Education, I'm going to show you exactly what I did. So it ain't no misunderstandings. Here it is. Pay attention. This was in December, January. And I put this toilet out there. Nobody locked me up. I didn't get charged with nothing.
Sunday, like I said, it's about our kids and your school and your education and our rights. And y'all know where I am. This is artwork and entertainment. And I'm hanging out dirty laundry for all these dirty politicians selling justice.
Keywords are artistic expression. Art and entertainment. You can't lock me up for artistic expression.
And our kids' futures down the road. Commissioner Belfield got this already.
Commissioner Belfield had this. I had a case number from a criminal complaint against the Baltimore City Police Department putting guns to my head, coming in my house, threatening me.
You just stop treating black people like shit. I'm gonna start treating y'all.
And I started treating y'all. I started putting them toilets out and putting your names on it. Put them names on it, I put your picture on it. And I put it in public places so y'all wouldn't be saying that I put it in public places for a reason. I wanted to get my message out.
Racism in Baltimore.
Racism.
Black people, they rights. I'm a funny guy. I put comedy in my life. But we're going to round all these corrupt individuals up. And we're going to tell the truth about shorty.
It was a roundup. Everybody's name, I put it out there on Dirty Laundry. I did it in Towson. I did it in Baltimore City. So you either give me a new trial, pay me for what you took from me, compensate me for my losses. That's Bank of America. Bank of America furnished the check. Bank of America testified. Bank of America said that you're supposed to do this. This is your House of Representatives. See, I timestamped that. That's the civil division. Baltimore City Clerk's office. They destroyed this evidence. You can't find this on paper nowhere. That's Valario's office. You feel me? And you can't find this information in Valario's paperwork. They destroyed this material. It was received, filed, civil division of the clerk of the court. But you use your clerk of the court to deny us access to the court. That's my mother's estate. I was in debt. These are the cases. I filed this paperwork with the clerk of the court, and this is missing. I refiled the motion. All my paperwork is missing. My DVDs, the DVDs that I turned in. The Truth About Towson, 2011. That's your roundup. Like I said, I ain't got nothing to hide. Nothing. You made me famous for all the wrong reasons. Now you got to play this game. You got to play the handout.
Do not destroy this evidence.
Do not destroy this evidence.
In your courthouse steps. Like a dog, I mark my territory.
You got to give me the truck, the computer, or you got to compensate me for my losses. I filed a $54 million lawsuit. This was for $54 million. $54 million, and I'm not going to walk away from that. I refiled the motion, and I'm going to refile it again until you get it right. It's the Minority Report. And all I was doing was asking for Martin Luther King's job. So you do what you do. They destroyed evidence. The state participated in fraud. And you see the forged check. I was locked up in another state. That's called fiduciary fraud. Yeah, the state participated in it. All you had to do is give me my money back, and we wouldn't be here now. But you told a lie. You said I was a terrorist. That's a defamation of character. That's a libelous statement. Like Martin Luther King said, you wrote a check with insufficient funds. You wrote a check that your ass can't catch. Well, I'm coming for what belongs to me. All I want is his job. I want his job. I want his job. I want his job. I want his job. Because that toilet was evidence for a criminal investigation. It was evidence. Nothing more, nothing less.